Okay, I'd like to do a real quick video about resource nodes and resource node etiquettes. Typically, gathering in the community or the territory of another alliance is frowned upon unless you have an agreement with that other alliance. If you are an independent, again, gathering in a designated territory frowned upon, you may be attacked just because you're there. Depleting resource nodes is important. You will notice these resource nodes, the higher the level, the more reserves they have. And most beginning players cannot deplete them all. So you should probably try to stick normally to a lower level where you can eventually deplete. Now, even in my bigger cities, there are times, here we only go up to level 4, but there are kingdoms where it goes up to level 6, or it may go higher, I don't know. I've only seen up to level 6. But here you'll notice they didn't deplete all the way. Now, if it were me and it were in my territory, I would end up marking it with my own personal marker to go back to it. That's just a good way of saying, okay, I didn't finish that. I better go back. It shows up here as a marker. Under my special, I'll know it's just mine. All is mine and those of the alliance. So, oh, and in this case, well, I have special friend and enemy, and then all will also include alliance, or I can go over here to alliance. And I removed all the alliance markers because I'm trying to redefine how the alliance will work. And then, but it's really important to deplete an entire resource so that a new resource will regenerate. So if we deplete all of this croplands, then a wood lot will show up in the general area. And then if we deplete all the wood lot, then the stone lot deposit will reappear in the area. And then if we deplete an entire stone deposit, then a cropland. And then gold and gems are a little bit special. Once they're depleted, they come back as themselves, but in an area a little bit further away. So here is an alliance gold deposit too. The territory that owns this with an effective flag. Does not have an effective flag. That's why it's got the dashed line. They would be generating 1,000 per hour for their alliance, but also the alliance, everyone in the alliance would be generating a small amount that they could claim. So right here, it's 1,000. So I can claim this anytime. It reaches a maximum, and then it gives me a red dot, so I go to actually claim it because then it stops. There's always a limit on everything. So it's important to own those so that you can earn those for your alliance members and for your alliance itself. The only active territory we had, well, it's no longer active now. It's right here. But because we have these nodes, and they were active while the center fortress was up, we were still earning. So right now it should stop earning. I don't think it's going to earn anymore because everything is ineffective now because I took down the center fortress before it finished its completion of burning down. Now another thing is so if you are gathering on your land, you are and on effective land, this is ineffective at the moment. So we'll look at the land of the one who thinks they beat us, KWP. So if these guys are clearing their nodes, right, and he will clear his nodes because that is proper etiquette too. You clear the nodes, and as you're clearing the nodes, your alliance is also earning wood. As he's doing this gathering, he's clearing enough for them to gather. And then this will again create a stone deposit in the general area. So a lot of times one of the reasons why you are not really supposed to be gathering on their land because they want those depleted. They want those to be gathered, and they want them to be gathered by them so they can be the ones depleting them. So that is the proper etiquette. Now, one thing I would ask if you are having issues with someone and you want to be like what I would consider a pesky mosquito, become one of those who doesn't gather it all the way down. Go over. Now over here, they don't have anyone over here. But why don't I just go over here, get it down to maybe 50K and just leave it there so nothing new generates. And when they do start gathering these, they're going to be like, I don't want to gather that. That's only 50,000. I don't want to gather that. That's only 50,000. A lot of people don't like to gather those small nodes. We have a general rule in most alliances, you deplete all the way to 0. But when there's newbies around, they can't do that. And that's why I say use the markers. But if you want to irritate people, don't clear them all. So like since they're over here, I will probably come down here. Oh, that one's already only down to 92. Maybe I'll come over here. Oh, 42. See all of these? Okay, here's one. Well, gosh, that's a lot of gold. That'll take a long time. It's a level 5. Down to 176. I'll probably clear it down a little bit more. This one, I'll definitely come over here and start trying to clear this out and get it down to some low number. I want us to be pesky mosquitoes right now because KWP wants to dominate the entire zone. So I just want to make their job a little more irritating. So that's a one way you can irritate your, dare I say, enemies. I don't consider them enemies. I just think that they are bullies that need to learn a lesson. So we will try to have some fun making their job just a little bit harder, make their dominance of this area a little bit more unpleasant. They really only have these two here now. They had teleported more in just to make the lesson well learned, I guess, that we are going to lose our alliance, but they just never got the understanding of what this alliance is going to end up being and meant to be. So please deplete your resource nodes when it helps your alliance, and don't deplete them if you want to be a pesky mosquito. Signing off.